U.S. President Donald Trump says the war in Iran is progressing swimmingly and could be nearing an end. Now, speaking at an event in Las Vegas, Trump expressed confidence that the conflict should be ending pretty soon, even as tensions remain high. Now, taking a diversion from his previous statement on permanently opening the Hormuz Strait for China and the world, Trump pointed to the situation at sea, saying tankers in the region are being stopped as part of ongoing efforts to restrict Iranian-linked shipping. Now, these remarks come amid a U.S.-led blockade targeting vessels connected with Iranian ports, which has already disrupted traffic through the Strait of Hormuz and impacted global oil flows.
I will say the war in Iran is going along swimmingly. We can do whatever we want. And it should be ending pretty soon. It was perfect. I mean, it's perfect. It was the power we have, our military. We have the most powerful military anywhere in the world. I built it 4 years, my first 4 years. We had the best economy in the history of our country in my first term, and we're blowing it out now. We're blowing it away now. And despite our little diversion to the lovely country of Iran, lovely place, but we had to do that because otherwise bad things could happen. The ships are out there today and they're saying, don't come here, don't even think about it. And you have these massive tankers saying, let's get the hell out of here. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And that's Donald Trump, the President of the United States, for you. Well, a sharp exchange is unfolding between Washington and the Vatican over the Iran war. U.S. President Donald Trump said it is very important for Pope Leo to recognize that Iran poses a global threat, even as he acknowledged the pontiff has a right to disagree. Now, Trump has repeatedly criticized the Pope, who has emerged as a vocal opponent of the U.S.-Israeli campaign in Iran.
The Pope has to understand that, very simple. I have nothing against the Pope. His brother's MAGA all the way. I like his brother, Louis. I'm not fighting with him. And if the Pope looked at the 42,000 people that were killed over the last 2 or 3 months as a protester with no weapons, no nothing, I mean, you take a look at that. So I can disagree with the Pope. I have a right to disagree. I have a right to disagree with the Pope. I have no disagreement with the fact the Pope can say what he wants, and I want him to say what he wants, but I can disagree. I think that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. If they do, the whole world would be at jeopardy. The Middle East will be blown up and the whole world will be at jeopardy. We're very close to making a deal. That'll be a great thing. The Pope has to understand Iran has killed more than 42,000 people over the last few months. Think of it, protesters without guns, without anything. They were totally unarmed protesters. The Pope has to understand that. This is the real world. It's a nasty world.
And the U.S. President is now pushing for the next step in West Asia diplomacy. After announcing a 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, Trump said leaders from both sides could meet at the White House within the next 1 or 2 weeks. He confirmed he spoke to both leaders ahead of the ceasefire and is now working towards a more permanent agreement.
It's very exciting. With Lebanon, it's very exciting. I think we're going to have a deal. We're going to have a meeting, first time in 44 years, and Lebanon will be meeting with Israel, and they're probably going to do it at the White House.
When do you think, President, when do you think they will?
Over the next week or two.
Or the next week, and do you think this agreement can reach?
I do. I think
without
we're gonna,
Hezbollah
I think we will have an
agreement?
agreement between Lebanon, and they're going to take care of Hezbollah. But they're going to be working on Hezbollah right now. But we'll have an agreement between Israel, very importantly, and Lebanon.
Will you support our Lebanese army as well?
I would. Yeah.
Iran's going to execute. Has Hezbollah agreed to this ceasefire? I mean, how do you even?
They're all agreeing. It's a very nice little package for about a week, and we're not going to have lots of bombs dropping, and we're going to see if we can make peace between Lebanon and Israel.
And Donald Trump on Friday said he had a very good conversation with his friend, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, highlighting strong US-India ties amid the escalating West Asia crisis. Now, referring to their recent phone call, Trump said the discussion focused on bilateral relations and regional security concerns. The Trump-Modi call comes against the backdrop of the ongoing conflict involving the United States, Israel, and Iran. The leaders exchanged views on the evolving situation in West Asia, including the implications of the Iran war on global stability and energy markets. The United States and Iran had earlier agreed to a 2-week ceasefire on April 7th, followed by peace talks in Washington. Now, the U.S. has been pressing Tehran to abandon its nuclear weapons ambitions and halt uranium enrichment.
Mr. President, you spoke with Prime Minister Modi just a couple of days ago. What was the conversation like? What is it that is on the table now?
I had a very good talk with him, and he's a friend of mine from India, and he's doing great. We had a very good conversation.
Well, the United States sent yet another warning to Iran on Thursday. Sign a deal or face renewed military action. Top defense officials say U.S. forces in the region are locked and loaded, ready to restart combat operations at short notice if negotiations fail. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said Iran now has a choice between what he called a prosperous future or further escalation. Listen in.
We are reloading with more power than ever before and better intelligence, even more importantly, better intelligence than ever before, as you expose yourself with your movement to our watchful eye. We are locked and loaded on your critical dual-use infrastructure, on your remaining power generation, and on your energy industry. We'd rather not have to do it, but we're ready to go at the command of our president and at the push of a button.
And at the same briefing, Pete Hegseth also said China has assured the United States it will not supply weapons to Iran during the ceasefire.
Well, as you know, President Trump has a very strong and direct relationship with President Xi, and they've communicated on that, and China has assured us that that indeed is not going to happen, and in the spirit of the meeting they'll have next month.